Hi, this is Agriscaping tour of Saturday, and we want to introduce you to two amazing people with Utopian Harvest who happens to be a partner with Agriscaping. Xandalyn over here to the left, wave honey, and of course Jill Barnes.
Hi.
They are running the Utopian Harvest, which is excess produce from Agriscaping community and bringing it to the local market. Our whole objective is to provide locally grown food, freshly picked and ready to go for everyone.
That's
so,
right.
Xandalyn, how long have you been with Utopian Harvest and Agriscaping?
Since last June? Yeah, I think last
And
June.
what do you do at Agriscaping? Because I've seen you a few times where you are actually here doing
I work here at Justin's house Mondays and Fridays. I've been working since about last September.
Doing what, honey?
Mostly I work in the nursery. I plant things from seed so that they get big enough in the pots that they can be transplanted into the ground.
Oh, and where do you take those plants?
Well, here to the market.
Ah, okay.
So you take them to the market. I've planted them around the yard.
Okay, cool. And Jill, you run the whole Utopian Harvest for us,
I do,
right?
yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about your background, please?
I started about a year ago, so I am new to gardening in general, about a year in. I bought a house that had an agriscaped backyard, so it kind of just, I dove right in and just learned how to do all this stuff, and eventually got a job running this market, because when you have your own garden, you have way too much food. There's always so much excess, so we provide a place where people who have gardens that want to share it, they can actually make a little bit of a return off of their garden. So that's kind of the purpose of Utopian, is to get local food back to your house, you know, into your kitchens, and it's good quality. So it's been about a year. Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic. And then why don't you show us a little bit about what you're doing here that you're sort of featuring today?
Okay, so we've got, most of our citrus comes from a guy named Don Sikora. He's amazing. He's got a gazillion fruit trees. He's part of the Rare Fruit Tree Society?
Right.
Is that what it's called?
Rare Fruit Tree Growers Association.
Yes, Growers Association. He's amazing. So we've got Trevita Arizona Sweets, which are really, really good and nice and juicy. He's got all kinds of quats. So we have lime quats today. Sometimes we have kumquats and loquats and mandarin quats and all kinds of stuff. And then we have the macatira citruses, which is also very
What's
sweet.
a macatira? This one, right
it's
here.
not quite as acidic. It's a little bit of a sweet orange, but doesn't have that tangy bite.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that's good. And then we've got the Rio Reds and also Star Rubies down here, which are really delicious grapefruit. The acidic level's really low on those ones, and they're just
they
very,
don't
very
have as
sweet.
much bite.
Yeah, not as much bite, so people tend to enjoy those ones more.
Yeah.
I like the bitter grapefruit, so I just don't care. I love all of them.
Yeah.
Right.
But not everyone does, so this is a favorite. And then these oranges are they're called Doble Fina speckled orange, so it's a mild blood orange, really, really mild. You can hardly see the speckle. If you look close, you can see it a little bit.
Oh, I see.
But they're sweet like a blood orange, so they're good.
And then you have regular lemon, right?
Yep, those are Cecilia's lemons.
And
Yes.
let's go
Yeah,
into
let's
Cecilia.
learn about
Cecilia,
Cecilia.
she is
amazing.
one of the original Agriscaping community member. And you started with Agriscaping when you met Justin when?
About 7 years ago, and then about a year after that I started attending his classes. He was giving them at a local nursery and everything, and I had been in all sorts of different types of gardenings and herbs and that type of thing, but Agriscaping enveloped everything, and it seemed like, okay, this is what I need to do. So it was, I had this wonderful house with 1/3 of an acre, and there was a tennis court in the backyard, and I removed the tennis court, and then he helped me design part of it, and I wanted to go all garden than so much landscaping. And so we have like a greenhouse, and we have chicken coop, and we have the chickens, and then I have like a kitchen work area where I go ahead and prepare all of the produce and wash it. And then here you see some of my lovely eggs that my ladies go ahead and produce.
Look at that.
My ladies are happy ladies.
These
They're-
are natural color?
these are all natural
Wow,
color.
look at that
They look
green
like
one. How
Easter
did you
eggs.
get that?
It depends on the breed of the chicken. So
Oh.
depending on the breed will determine the color of the eggs.
I've never seen a green egg before. I mean, I've
Yes.
heard of it. from
Yes.
that nursery, right?
Yes,
Anyway.
it's like, and so sometimes, like especially after Easter, when I have the eggs display at a farmer's market, people, especially the young kids, think it's still Easter eggs,
Oh,
and so they
yeah.
want to crack them open
they're like,
and eat them
"Ah!"
and everything. But this is a lemon from a tree that I probably planted about 4 years ago. It's called Eureka. It's a very tart lemon. The zest is excellent for drying and then using it for recipes as you're cooking. This lemon tree, I don't know, I've been in my home for 35 years, so this was a lemon tree that went in the first year that we were in the house, so I really don't know what type of lemons they are.
They're just big.
They're
Yeah,
big,
they're
they're
huge.
juicy, and they're wonderful. And you know, some of the nice stuff about this is you can, I have like a little solar dryer that's in my greenhouse. So I will take the zest, or like here with my green onions, if I don't sell them, I separate the whites from the greens.
Right.
And then I dry them on trays in my solar dryer, and then I store them in jars.
Really?
And so I use
And
it
how
as
long
a-
does it last in a jar?
It lasts forever until I use it in
Really?
cooking. So I use it for soups and flavoring and that type of
Nice.
stuff. And
Cecilia
then
does
you get
not
all your
waste a
herbs
thing.
here.
I do not waste it. Everything, it's like, you know, with the fresh herbs, no problem, let's dry them. And then we can sell them as dried herbs. And so nothing really ever goes to waste in my yard at all.
And then you have your herbs over here,
Yeah,
which you
my
have
fresh
what?
herbs. I have garlic chives, we have mint.
This is the garlic chive right here, right?
And then we have the mint, and we have oregano, and we have dill,
Yes.
and,
dill.
and we have rosemary.
Oh,
And
beautiful.
so it's now the end of the season is coming for our greens, so probably maybe another week or two. But then what is going to become bountiful, of course, will be our fruit, and it's not just the
Berries.
citrus, because the citrus is it's coming toward the end of its season too. So what's coming up next are mulberries, and then my
Nice.
boysenberries, and then after that will be my different varieties of peaches. I have early season, mid season, and a later season. So I will start having peaches April, May, and June. And then my
Really?
nectarines are kind of like June and July. We will have the plums.
Oh, nice.
It's just like everything.
I saw a picture of your peaches. You had more peaches on that branch than you did leaves.
I know, my
It's
poor-
like a cluster of grapes.
It did. It looked like a cluster of grapes. My poor little tree. You know what? And so I got 2 more of those trees earlier.
Can't wait to see
I know,
them.
so we're looking forward to it. But this is like, you know, my chard. And it's, look at
And
this
remember,
gorgeous.
we can make a charred pesto today that
Yes,
we did.
she did a charred pesto. I have a couple of Korean customers, and you can see how colorful
Yes.
these stems are. And she pickled them for me, and then she brought them back for me.
Yes.
And then we have like some turnip, and these are actually cabbage leaves. And you know, people go, "What are you going to do with your
Wow.
cabbage leaves?" And you can use them as wraps and bake them like with
Stir
rice
fry.
and beans and
They're
stir
great
fries,
for stir
everything.
fry.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then we have like the turnip greens. And would you believe this is not fake? This is actually a fresh celery. Look at the color. It's
Vibrant.
just
They're
not
vibrant.
white.
They're not white or anything
They
at all.
actually have flavor.
Oh, it does. It's packed full of flavor. And then over here we go ahead and have like a head of lettuce, and then we have the daikon radishes.
How did you get your daikon radish so big? Mine, it just all came out a little
No,
bitty
really.
one.
My issue is they get so big that I leave part of them in the ground when I try to dig them up.
Really?
So those next year I'm planning on doing in raised beds with a little bit more sand. And then here is
Look how
we have-
beautiful they are.
we have the red beets, and then we have carrots, and yes, I do
Yes.
have purple carrots and the golden beets. And then I do make like a smoothie blend bag. There's 4 different types of kale, chard, collard greens, and spinach in it. So either you can go ahead and do it in smoothies, you can go ahead and stir fry it, or actually some people like it as a salad too. So
Yeah.
it's multi-purpose. And then we have like a lettuce mix here that's about 10 different types of lettuces.
And you have over there the traditional white grape that is like the size of a pomelo. They are giant size.
This one is both the pink, and then this one is the yellow. And I got these like 33 years ago. I do not know what brand or variety they are, but they are delicious.
They are amazing.
Oh, I
looking
see
color.
why that was
They are
there.
amazing.
Yeah, so they're huge, and they're still edible.
And these flowers, don't forget about the flowers here.
The flowers are from the garden. Actually, this one right here, I let everything go to seed. I am constantly blessed throughout the year with everything that will pop out, but this is actually radish seed. And then this is fresh dill. Up here, this is calendula that has gone to seed. And if I let it continue to go to seed, then you have coriander. And so then these are larkspur, the pinks and the purples right here underneath. And then we have the native Arizona sunflowers. I even have some peach blossoms from some of my trees and stuff. So it's whatever is in season. Nothing is safe for me. I will grab it.
Thank you so much, ladies, for joining us today and sharing with us what you guys doing with Utopian Harvest and how it plays together with our Agriscaping. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you.